We're exploring the future of artificial intelligence and quantum computing and their impact on
I
our
want to
world.
ask you something. What if the biggest threat to online education isn't artificial intelligence? Think about that for a moment. But how you use it. Because right now, across universities around the world, there's a quiet crisis unfolding. I see a quiet crisis. AI tools are flooding into online classes. And most faculty, they're either ignoring it, banning them, or using them without pedagogical affordances, not grounding them on theories we have learned over time. None of these options serve our students. I see so many people talking about tools and not mentioning the word pedagogy. I become scared. As a teacher for several decades, I understand the need for pedagogy. Here's what I've observed across 3 continents. On one side, AI adoption is speeding up. Students are already using these tools, whether we like it or not. And we can say it's an open secret of higher education. On one side, there's a massive gap. But AI integration lacks connection to learning theories. And I want that to really be emphasized. I hear people consistently talking about artificial intelligence, but none of them reflect on AI as it relates to, of course, pedagogical affordances. And that's why I'm doing this one, to make a connection. At the end of this presentation, I'll give you a toolkit that you can use to think about pedagogy. We can't ignore pedagogy. And that is the danger. Tools without any reason. Then how do we know what to use, when to use, how to use, the security issues? These are considerations. No grounding in how students learn actually. No consideration to trust or compassion or what happens to teaching presence when algorithm starts doing the facilitation. I want that to sink in. When algorithms start the facilitation, what is the role of the educator? And this is dangerous. In 2025, 2 researchers did a systematic review. They explicitly grounded theory on using AI and alignment of education outcomes, and they found a lot of good things. Without it, we're just throwing technology at pedagogy and hoping for the best. That's not what education is about. It's about learning, it's about researching, it's about advocating for the best thing that works. So why chase these tools? Because we're being pressured into sales? That's another question. And that's why I wrote this resource. When you finish listening to this, you can click on the link. It will take you to that resource. And I want you to really think about it. And yes, I created a prompt. Yes, I critical review theories that I've been exposed to. And I use AI to assist with the formulation of the outcome. So therefore, I'm using it, but I do have knowledge of theory. Vygotsky, Piaget, and you name them, I could list them. And I could use them. I can also operationalize them. Because I've been an educator for the last 30 years, and I've also done some instructional designing in aspect of curriculum development, I wrote an AI pedagogy book on inclusion and AI. Because if AI integration is not grounded in theory, it's just experimentation with your students' learning. It's like a lab without any guidelines, without any framework, without not knowing what recipe works best. The resources draw on 4 established theoretical traditions. So let me walk with you at this point. Now, we have to use AI within the base of a community of practice. It tells us what works, what is meaningful, what requires these things to take place. We have to think about presence, social presence, cognitive presence, and all these presence necessary because you do not want to give off your class, of course, to an AI system. Learning presence is about self-regulation in a collaborative environment. So we're thinking about Vygotsky. We're thinking about what Vygotsky said about construction of knowledge, and that we can build connections through interaction. AI can scaffold learning within the zone of proximal development by providing insight into what to do next or what level. Some learners will need that. Then we think about universal design for learning. that gives us the design principles for inclusion, multi-modes of engagement, representation, and expression. These are important when you're thinking about using artificial intelligence. Don't go around not using them. And according to two researchers, AI is a natural partner for universal design learning implementation. It eliminates barriers through personalized content delivery. How you do that is going to be another way of thinking. So we have to think about the self-determination theory, which tells us that motivation flows from three innate needs. It's important that AI is not replacing human connection. These aren't just thoughts. They are non-negotiable within your class. So when you're thinking about preparing your class, your session for online as it relates to AI, these are some things. So what does it look like in practice? The handout contains 8 evidence-based teaching practices, each paired with a specific AI application and grounded in theory. So I'm not going to go forward into that to explain it. Please check the link out. If you have any questions, please drop me a line. I want to say that's all for now, but go back to the instrument created. I thought I wanted to share that with you because there's so many things happening with AI and people are not giving the attention necessary. Look at the principles, look at what good teaching looks like when you're using artificial intelligence. The handout will give you an idea, and get back to me. Remember, AI is just a part of the puzzle, but remember, human connection is always important. Thanks, and that's all for now.